Yeah, hello everyone. Good morning to all of you, and thanks for joining this webinar conducted by Inspirices along with BlackBerry, our strategic partner. I am Srikant Krishnan, and I head the sales for cloud and enterprise security business for Inspirices for India. It's my pleasure to welcome you all for this webinar where we want to focus on one of the most relevant topic for today in the current scenario, which is zero trust. The current scenario when many of us are working from home, which is expected to continue for quite some time, where trusting an external, but I mean external to internal audience is going to be a major concern for many enterprises. We wanted to touch upon this topic to talk to all of you and understand your perspective, how we can help you. So just, I mean, before we get on with the session, I would like to very quickly touch upon Inspiracy Solutions, the organization, as you can see here, which has been in existence for 25 plus years, and helping clients to address their challenges and priorities in the IT environment. And so we are part of Japanese multinational CAC Holding Corporation, and we are a public limited company, publicly listed in India. And we have our headquarters out of Chennai, where we also have a global service center as well as the security operations center, which monitors and supports our clients' IT environment 24 by 7 across various time zones. And continuing with our legacy, we are focused on various practices, which I will talk in the next slide. Yeah. So uh, the business which I am responsible for, enterprise security, where we cut across end-to-end security solutions and services, starting with consultancy services to cloud security, application security, data security, network security, compliance, security operations center, etc. We partner with strategic, partners like BlackBerry to support your needs. Then the practice that we have been focused on for many years, infrastructure products and solutions, where we partner with leaders like HP, IBM, Oracle, NetApp, the who is who in the IT industry in that space. The I mean, cloud is another practice that we focus on, where we again partnering with the leading cloud service providers like AWS, etc. And we cover the entire life cycle of cloud, where we start with assessment, migration, build, manage, provide security around cloud, optimization, governance, etc. The other practices that we also follow, focus on, are like IoT, then product engineering, where we have a lot of our own products, and we also partner with leaders like Infosys for supporting their core banking applications. And we also have a focus practice called automotive, where we support clients focused on automotive industry. And our focus cuts across multiple industry domains like uh, banking and financial services industry, government and public sector units, manufacturing industry, IT, ITES, and telecom, and healthcare, in addition to other verticals like education, retail, etc. So, in a nutshell, our capabilities spread across these multiple domains and these multiple practices. and we are an end-to-end IT solutions and services organization. Okay, so with that, I would like to hand over the podium to the BlackBerry team, who will take you through the agenda for today, which is zero trust and zero touch. Over to you, BlackBerry team. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Shrikant. This is Vivek here from BlackBerry, and I manage the BlackBerry for sales in India and SAARC. So I'm the guy for you who will be responsible to work with customers in India and SAARC. Thanks a lot for Inspresys for hosting this session. Inspresys has been one of our very key partners in India. We've already associated with them more than a year back, and we've already done a couple of deployments with Inspresys. So we had a good journey with Inspresys, and this session is more about connecting with Inspresys customers, and then we can have a joint strategy in the India market. I'm sure people have heard about BlackBerry. A lot of maybe some of them, you all might have ever used a BlackBerry phone. We are the still same company. Our headquarters still in Canada. We are a company since 35 years. It's we've been associated in security and securing devices since past 35 years. So our journey has been there in 35 years, and we started with Secure POS. Then we started with the whole network operations center in Canada. Then we went into the smartphone business. So it's been journeys in 35 years, from smartphones, from mobile device management, and after a few years, then we started up with securing cars. Okay, this is one of our key divisions in globally now. We are securing cars with operating systems. Then we went into app containerization. Then we started securing IoT devices. So this is another key area wherein we are focusing right now on securing the IoT device. Then the whole unified endpoint management came into the picture. And then we just bought a last year, we got a company called Silence into AIML, and now we have our own EPP and EDR solution. We're trying to use the whole AIML logic in all other products and solutions. So the journey has been there since 35 years. Now the what's way ahead is a unified endpoint security. That's one of the key feature wherein we are trying to focus from this financial year. And to be very frank, we have a lot of customers globally, 9 out of 10 global banks, governments, top 10 insurance companies. So we have a lot of key marquee customers globally, and we have a lot of customers in India also, wherein we have been servicing them. We've been working with them from a very, very long time. Yeah, next slide. So, as everybody is aware of it, what's happening in today's scenario, and this is, I don't need to stress more on it, but a lot of people in our industry are reading what's happening in endpoint and cyber chaos. It's every week or every day I'm hearing some kind of ransomware, malware, some kind of cyber chaos happening in today's world. This is a major reason why, because the speed of innovation has gone leaps and bounds. The attack surfaces has gone leaps and bounds. There are so many devices, there are so many endpoints and number of agents running. It's a challenge. The whole ecosystem is in such a big challenge. And after we were facing geopolitical uh, challenges with our neighbors, then all of a sudden there was a big spike in hacking in India. So it's a very in thing which everybody's aware of it. What's happening currently in this space, very aware of it. So that's a very important point to understand. Next slide. Yep. So once the whole endpoint and cyber chaos is there, we all are aware what's happening in today's scenario. There's a whole business continuity chaos which is there right now. Just click on it, you'll get all the quadrants. So, yep. So this is the current problem which everybody is aware of it. I don't need to stress much over it. All IT folks out here in this forum are aware what's happening with COVID in India, how difficult it is for us to manage our operations. A lot of our companies are not even prepared in this scenario. So it's a big challenge. Most of the CIOs, CISOs which I speak, a lot of them have just given VPN access just to ensure that the show must go on. but VPN is not the right solution. A lot of challenges VPN. VPN is getting overloaded. There are a lot of attacks happening via VPN. So it's a COVID has created a big chaos along with the cyber and security chaos which is happening currently in this frame of work. What we have got to manage this chaos is an order. Next slide. This is what we looking at a solution is our solution has what we're trying to do is create an order to this chaos. How are we doing with this order to this chaos is very simple. We're trying to position with one agent, one console, one cloud, and one architecture. It's very simple. What we are trying to say, rather than having number of vendors and agents and administrator managing your endpoint security, your whole security landscape, BlackBerry as a platform will be coming across to your enterprise and giving you the whole platform story of a security enterprise infrastructure. The benefit for an organization, it really benefits in the terms of there is a better ROI and a better performance and TCO. It simplifies administration. You don't need to have more guys managing each and every technology in your enterprise. Maybe one administrator can manage a lot of technology with the one console. It's very easy to manage. CIOs and IT operational efficiency increases because you need to concentrate only on one product and solution, which will look after a lot of your other areas. So this really reduces the vendor complexity. And vendor complexity is very, very critical. I speak with so many CIOs and CISOs also, everybody. The major challenge is they have so many vendors today in IT. It's a big difficult for IT folks to manage so many vendors. So this creates more chaos to it. So what we're trying to bring an order to the chaos. Next slide. So if you see at currently out here, so there are some statistics which are from very key agencies globally all over the world. They have come up with few statistics, and the one of the major one is that Ortsman had created statistics in this year. Only 90%, 19% of IT decision makers believe their organization were prepared for workforce, and globally, imagine 80% of the organization were not even prepared for working remotely. It's a big challenge, and nobody even thought that this COVID would come and we would be in this situation wherein we're trying to get everybody the whole show to run even work from home or from anywhere in the world. So it's a big challenge which come up. Was as per our FBI has put out reports also, 300% increase is over the year, and it's a big thing. CFOs are having a problem in moving at least 5% of workforce permanently. So that's what they are thinking in future. At least 5 to 10% of your workforce will only work remotely. They will never come to office. So they are preparing for that kind of a framework to work everything through the work from home. So it's a big challenge currently. You're working earlier from office, now you're working from anywhere. What is very simple? What we are getting into here, never trust and always verify. That's very simple. The whole essence of zero trust is you don't trust, you need to verify and you need to move on. So that's a very, very important part of it, of our journey of it. What does zero trust talks about? Zero trust that you don't trust anybody. You don't trust the network, you don't trust the endpoint, you don't trust anybody. And how do you want to use the zero trust framework in your enterprise today, wherein you're giving your employees access to applications, to database, to servers, to their remote office locations? How do you do it? Because you're giving a VPN access to everybody. It's a big challenge. A lot of organizations have gone the VDI way. Some are going virtual desktop. So there are a lot of solutions to that which are trying to make sure that okay you can work from home also. It's not that easy. So zero trust depends on a lot of assumptions are there. That what are the external internal threats you have to look into it. Every device user network, whenever there is every device is added to your network, it creates the complexity of an hack or something. So it's you need to understand how to eliminate zero trust. You need to verify it, validate, and give a selective visibility. Maybe some employees can get access to some of the application, some will get some other application. That's very, very important. How do you do it? Zero trust kind of a framework is very simple. There are very dynamic policies. You can enforce it. Policies as per geolocations, as per device and app, or you're looking at network trust reputation and time and usage analysis. Here are some of the parameters wherein you can use it. Let's say for your company, you are looking maybe people or salespeople want to access Salesforce. So you are giving access to Salesforce. You're looking at those kind of framework wherein okay, this device is accessing these devices will get access to this application. Or looking at geographical location, if there are global companies, okay, in India, these applications are there globally, these ones. So you can look at geographical locations of all these things. How do you can you what how can you do a trust scoring is you can grant them access, issue a challenge, require more multi-factor authentication. So you can alert and remediate and give a lot of authentication end user once they are accessing some application or some of company assets. So it's what we do. We don't want to trust anybody. Let's say within an office, you're there. Just one of the examples. You're there within the office. Once everything pandemic is done, if employees are there within the office, how do you do it? Maybe there is no two-factor or no. It's a single sign-on. You access to application because you're there in a safe location, a safe perimeter, you're using a safe Wi-Fi, a safe LAN zone. Maybe the moment you're at your home, you are on a very low level of little less level than a safe zone. But moment you're outside your home zone and your office zone, you are on a zone wherein you don't trust. So you have to challenge the employee with more factors of authentication so that you are assured that this is your employee only accessing those kind of applications and database or XYZ and service. So it's a trust wherein you can build across prices on various parameters. Yep, next slide. What is typically we cover in this? And this is more about the BlackBerry solution, what we have to deliver it. Just give a few minutes over this particular slide. How do we do it, and what are the solutions we deliver it? I just wanted to cover this one slide. Will take a few minutes. So this slide is more about our solution stack, which covers into two main categories. One is unified endpoint management and unified endpoint security. On the right hand side, if you look at unified endpoint management, is you're managing your endpoints, devices, your BYOD, your company owned laptops, you bring your own laptops. So those kind of concepts you're looking at unified endpoint management. How do we do it? We have a solutions. We have a solution into MDM, UEM. We're part of the Gartner Leader Quadrant out there. We have solutions built over in securing your applications. If you are a digital company preparing applications for your employees, if you just want to make this application secure on mobile and on iOS and Android, we have SDKs and APIs to enable that. Along with that, we have a content collaboration platform and a digital rights management platform built into it in our UEM suite, wherein you can use share files, collaborate files along with rights management. And along with this, we have a multi-factor or 2FA authentication along with enterprise ID and our identity access management, whatever you want to call it. So the whole suite covers is that today in an organization, you have a 2FA of a separate company, you have identity access management or EID of a separate company, you have a content collaboration platform and rights management separate and a UEM MDM separate. What we're trying to bring with one console, you can manage all of this with a BlackBerry One Solution platform. In a unified endpoint management, you can manage your laptops, desktops, you can manage your mobiles, bring your own devices, give secure access to emails. So it covers a lot of areas in this of unified endpoint management. What's again also part of the one console thing along with this in a UEM also we have also having a US pieces along with it is unified endpoint security. And now in today's scenario, every day, as I said, I hear attack any happening at a big organization of ransom and malware. You need to manage and ensure your endpoints are secure. As a start, we have a lot of endpoints now covering is mobiles. A lot of organizations are looking at mobile as an endpoint because a lot of organizations are going digital, giving access to emails to everything through mobile. Mobile is a threat even for a BYOD. A lot of organizations are going for MTDs, mobile threat defense, or some people call it MTP, mobile threat protection. That kind of a solution is also built with a UEM suite So you don't need to have multiple agents installing on mobiles or devices to manage or safeguard your mobiles or handsets or tablets, whatever you want to call it. So that's also managed by our UEM console. What's next? What are we looking at is a EPP and EDR. That's a buzzword in India now. A lot of organizations are going into EPP and EDR. The reason is that the traditional antiviruses are not able to cope up with the current challenges and the speed of innovation which is happening currently. They are not able to manage or protect your endpoint. So there, as you hear, even in India, we are hearing a lot of cases of ransomware malwares which are coming in paper, and a lot of organization are attacked which are never there in the paper also. As I track in this industry, I know so many big organizations are attacked in last few months, and at least 90% of that are not even paper. So it's a big challenge. Things have really amplified with the current cyber chaos which is happening currently. So this is more about a UES and UEM suit. So that's Gartner would be coming up with a latest quadrant this year or by next year, wherein we would be one of the key players in part quadrant. What Gartner is saying, as there are so many players in the market, there are so many quadrants. They want to just come up with one of the quadrants, wherein one platform or one solution OEM can manage a lot of enterprise security. Along with the BlackBerry Spark suite, which is not there on the slide, I just want to give a minute or two what are other solutions which are there. We have our own VDI solution. There's one more piece of VDI. You can work from anywhere also. It's a full blended VDI wherein you want to have a full virtual desktop kind of infrastructure for our employees to get into bring your own laptop. That's also a part of it as we cover that area. And just wanted to give a sneak peek to customers on this call. Y'all are the first ones I'll be giving a sneak peek, wherein it's not there on this slide or anywhere. There are two key solutions we are coming up by this year end, and those two solutions are we coming up with our own DLP, and we are coming up with our own secure web gateway SWG. As we all know, the DLP space is now very limited to very few players. A lot of traditional DLP players are turning off their companies and moving out into some other players. What we're trying to bring with the DLP and secure web gateway, we would want to be part of your whole security landscape. Along with these current solutions which are available with DLP, secure web gateway, and VDI, we would be a very, very strong force with your security landscape. That's I just wanted to give it to Sumit. John, Sumit, over to you. Thanks a lot, guys. Looking forward to hear for your questions. Thanks. Great.
Thank you, Vivek. So my name is Sumit Chauhan. I look after the technical services for India and SAARC region. What today we'll be talking about where Vivek stated about the unified endpoint security and unified endpoint management. So in the unified endpoint security, we have a product called BlackBerry Protect and BlackBerry Optics, which cover the EPP and the EDR part of it. And then we also, can you go back to previous slide, please? In the same suite, we covered mobile threat defense, visit detection and prevention, and continuous authentication, which is also known as BlackBerry Persona. So Persona is basically covers whole range of authentication mechanism basis your geolocation, basis your environment from where you're connecting through, and it offers you various level of authentication challenges for user to authenticate himself, and also the behavior analysis. So combination of this becomes a very powerful factor to validate whether you are the authorized user who is trying to access the information, or you are a user who is currently in a categorized zone where you cannot access data or certain categories of data till the time you do not exit that certain zone. So these all capabilities fall into BlackBerry Unified Endpoint Security, and we'll be happy to take questions as I move forward in this slide. Can you move to the next slide, please? So under the Unified Endpoint Security Suite, this is what you get is a unified console, which means you are managing both the endpoint security as well as endpoint detection and response, which is the BlackBerry Optics under a single console environment. And when we talk about endpoint security, we don't state that there are different clients for mobile, for desktops, for servers. It's one client across the platform, and it is one cloud. So under the same cloud, you can deploy the same client, whether you are deploying it on iOS environment, whether you're deploying on a Windows server, or you're deploying on any Linux environment. That could be Ubuntu, Red Hat, or SUSE for that matter, or even Amazon Linux 1 or 2. And the best part about this whole solution, it's based on artificial learning and machine learning environment, which means that even though the machine could be completely in an offline state, still will have the capability to protect your endpoint from any attack or a file level attack or a fileless attack that your machine may encounter while it is still in the offline state. So our dependency on cloud really goes away, even though the machine is completely in an offline state from that perspective. Can you move to next slide, please? So let's look at mobile threat defense in a small GIF, where you can see on the right-hand side, the Flashlight was an application that was downloaded, and it was unless until the application was uninstalled, the user was not authorized to get into his working environment. And similarly, he was trying to open a web page which was classified as a risk web page, and hence the user was not authorized to open his web page also. So these are some of the capabilities that where the mobile threat defense comes into is ability to prevent your mobile environment from it getting any kind of threat, which could be a malware threat also, and obviously the collision detection. So somebody could be sending an email with a invalid URL, and user unknowingly goes into a page and opens it. So that is where the mobile threat detection comes into the environment and stops the user from getting infected or and sharing any other data which is not supposed to be shared. Can we move to next slide, please? So I was talking about BlackBerry Persona. So what BlackBerry Persona does, it looks at the user behavior analytics. It picks up the user behavior when the user is working on his environment, and basis once that learning is picked up from the particular user, then if there is a change in any behavior of the user when he's logging into the environment, then he is asked to re-authenticate himself. And then same set of behavior also goes into the mobile environment also, where the user is continuously monitored for his behavior, and if there is any set of changes in the parameter, the way user is moving his or scrolling his or checking his email, or the way he's responding to it, or for example, he's generally a user sends an email once or twice an hour, but suddenly he's sending 10 emails in last 15 minutes. In that case, the system will step in and ask him to authenticate himself. And that authentication could be a password or a two-factor authentication or a multi-factor authentication. Hence, once the system gets satisfied, the user is a valid user, he will be allowed to continue with the process unless that is not a satisfaction answer, the process will be stopped and user will be continued to be asked for authentication. Move to next slide, please. So here is another small video where you can see the users asked for authentication challenges basis the user behavior, and and we can see. Sorry, can you go back, please? Right, thank you. So once the user user behavior is sorry, can you go back to the same slide? Yeah, thank you so much. So as you can see, the user is continuously asked for behavior analysis, and basis the user behavior analysis is consistently authenticated, and in that way you are absolutely sure that the authenticated user is using the environment and no other user has access to his mobile data or any other platform where he should not get access to it. And this also brings a more important part is the ability for system to understand the user engagement with the system. So how the user is engaging, how the user is working within the environment, and also the overall experience from where the user enters the system and works on his platform, and the time he exits the system, everything from starting to the end is a continuous experience for a user from an authentication, and that does not hamper the way he's working with the environment. Can you go to next slide, please? So we covered a unified endpoint security. Now we move to unified endpoint management, where we will talk about device management. We'll talk about secure productivity application. We'll also talk about SDKs and how you can use your homegrown application to be part of the unified endpoint management environment. We'll talk about digital rights management, how it can help you control how the data leaves the organization and what you can manage. And obviously, we'll talk about some regulated controls. Can you move to next slide, please? So with the unified endpoint management, this solution is completely available for both on-prem and on-cloud. So for all your application or your data, it does not matter whether you're using an on-prem deployment or using a cloud deployment, it will still provide you the same level of control and accessibility for both the platforms that you're trying to do. The integration helps you to provide a completely lower cost of ownership from that perspective. Because you are getting an integrated solution within the unified endpoint management. So when you talk about digital rights management, when you talk about BlackBerry Persona, when you talk about unified endpoint management, everything falls into one single console. That includes your mobile threat detection also. So all that is also part of the same console. So from an admin perspective, right up to user perspective, it becomes a very seamless level of user experience when they're working across an admin environment or whether working as a user on a mobile environment or a desktop environment. Next slide, please. So broadly, BlackBerry has defined the Spark suite into two categories of suite. The blue one is the Unified Endpoint Management Suite, where we cover the Unified Endpoint Management, the productivity application, the analytic, which is basically an ability to provide in-depth information on how your users are using various Dynamics application, how often they're using, how often they are able to how working on their emails and so on and so forth. Secure collaboration is an ability to communicate with your backend system using Skype for Business or BBM Enterprise. BlackBerry Bridge allows all our Microsoft E3, E5 license holders to bring their Intune capability into the BlackBerry UEM environment. So if you are a E5, E3 license holder, then we can definitely bring those mobile application of Microsoft into the BlackBerry environment, allowing your users to securely share attachments between and content between the BlackBerry Dynamics application and Microsoft mobile applications, and work across channels seamlessly in that environment. Software development kit allows the developers or the homegrown application to be part of the BlackBerry Dynamics environment, which means that you have the same level of control, you same level of functionality that you can build into your homegrown application as the BlackBerry work on or any other Dynamics application would have it. And in addition to that, you can bring additional level of integration, such as two-factor authentication or identity management app integration into the using the software development kit. Coming to our ISV and custom applications, so we have whole range of applications available right on the marketplace of BlackBerry, where you can pick up the application of your requirement and use it into your system. So those could be an application for printing, or those could be application for your smart card. So they could be different application for different requirement, and you can go and pick up the application of your choice and use it. Coming to identity and access management, so BlackBerry has its own identity and two-factor authentication mechanism, where it allows you to integrate or use BlackBerry as an identity provider, or integrate BlackBerry identity provider with any other SAML 2 compliant application, and it becomes, for you, it becomes single point of identity, and that can be extended to two-factor authentication or multi-factor authentication. Coming to BlackBerry Workspaces, which is also picked up as a secure content management. So you can share your documents, your content securely, both inside and outside the organization, while retaining full controls over the particular documents. And then we come to multi-channel notification, where you can use our notification, which means that you can send notification through SMS, you can send notification through voice, through desktop, through emails, and through application. So it becomes a very good way of notifying your end user in case of any IT outages, any time of crisis, you have a challenge, or you want to inform users that there is a ongoing issue with one of your operations, and there would be an outage, or there would be a challenge reaching your offices. So this becomes a very powerful tool from sending information, since a lot of time what happens, the user is not able to receive information on email due to some of other reason of matter. And this multi-channel notification can really help move out the information faster through all the 5 areas of channel that I just discussed here. Coming to unified endpoint security, so BlackBerry Protect is essentially our EPP platform, and within the Protect we have mobile threat detection. BlackBerry Optics, our EDR platform, and BlackBerry Persona is our go-to platform for your zero-touch multi-factor authentication basis, your geolocation and IP environment, and that all is covered under the unified endpoint security. Can you move to the next slide, please? So BlackBerry Unified Endpoint Management is basically a unified console, as I talked about, which allows you to manage all your major operating systems, starting from Android, iOS, Windows, and Macintosh, with flexibility and scalability. Allows you to have different set of your ownership environment. So you could have your BYOD, or even for that matter, you could bring your own laptop and connect to the environment. And once the user has completely done with his project or work, the data can be securely removed from the laptop without the admin or the administrator going to the user laptop and running the application removal application part of it. So all deployment environment are supported, starting from Android for Enterprise to BlackBerry Dynamics to Microsoft Intune to Samsung Knox is the container that we support in the platform itself. Can we move to the next slide, please? So as you can see on the right-hand side with the image, the endpoint provides you a single console. So whether you are managing your endpoints through an MDM or an application management where you're looking at managing secure application, which could be your homegrown application or BlackBerry Dynamics application, or you're looking at integrating with identity access or two-factor or multi-factor authentication. All these are managed through single console. And going that, we have IT policies that allow you to provide more granular controls within those devices. So you can have controls on your where the password is, what type of password can be entered, the expiry of the password, what he can do with certain systems within those mobile environment, and other part of the controls of the devices, so that it allows you to have more richer and granular control from an IT perspective. And obviously, since everything falls into single console, you can monitor and maintain compliances enterprise-wide using the single dashboard of the BlackBerry UEM environment. Next slide, please. So this is an interesting slide where you can, without exposing your infrastructure, how you can leverage the BlackBerry connectivity and BlackBerry Secure Gateway, two capable modules which are part of BlackBerry UEM, allowing the user to access their data on their mobile environment without need to have a VPN or need to put any hardware component within your demilitarized zone. There is absolutely no change in the firewall rule that you need to do for BlackBerry UEM, and absolutely a regional connectivity is available from a perspective of lower latency. So what does BlackBerry connectivity do is that it allows your application to connect behind the firewall and access your resources, so that there won't be a point that the application needs to connect to your ERP server, or it connects to your Salesforce system or to your HRMS system. And without exposing these of your application, you can use the power of BlackBerry connectivity to allow the application to loop back into your backend infrastructure, thus allowing the user to have full leverage or experience of these data which are residing behind the firewall on their mobile environment. And BlackBerry Secure Gateway allows the iOS user to use the native email client of the iOS to have the same set of experience they do when they're receiving their native email. Now that the same level of experience can be extended to work environment, so which means the iOS user can receive their corporate emails without their corporate email being exposed on the external firewall. And this is supported for both, not only for Exchange, but also for IBM Lotus Traveler and Notes also. Next slide, please. So Gartner has given BlackBerry UEM in all the 2 cases a score of highest, and 4 cases score of highest. So which means the highest score in regulated industries, high score in device management, and rest of them are basically unmanaged device and PC management. So the BlackBerry UEM has the highest level of safety certified common criteria EL4 for applications that are deployed in your environment. It has a very high level of IT policies, rich granular IT policies from a regulatory perspective. So in scenario where you want to monitor SMS or call logging, those can be enabled in a corporate labeled devices in your mobile environment. Or if you're looking for more overall corporate only activation where you don't want to have any personal container for your users, and then the corporate only activation can be enabled, which provides you full level of control on your mobile assets which have been deployed in the field. Let's move to next slide, please. So let's talk about mobile and secure productivity applications. So as Vivek was talking about in the right-hand side, we provide VDI replacement, which means the BlackBerry Access for iOS and so BlackBerry Access for Macintosh and Windows provides BlackBerry Access, which means that not only you can receive emails within a contained environment, you can also browse your corporate web application using the BlackBerry Access for Macintosh and for Windows, which may also the same can be extended to as a VDI replacement. So we provide something known as BlackBerry Workplaces, which allows the user to access their PCs using the RDP environment within the BlackBerry Access as an HTML environment, and also any other HTML application that he or she would like to access. And this is a completely containerized environment, giving the fact that user cannot download any application from the container environment to the PC or cannot upload, depending upon what IT policies have been applied, and also cannot take screenshot or screen shares or take even screen recording while he's working on BlackBerry Access environment. So it becomes a very good application where you want to bring your own policies on laptops in for your own users, or specifically where users are working from home, where they'll be using their own laptop to access corporate resources. Lastly, very importantly, this does not require any sort of VPN to be enabled. This is a VPN-less technology and can be remotely controlled and remotely wiped once the user has completed or once the user is back into his office environment. Moving to mobile endpoint, so we have a rich range of ISV application available. So starting from BlackBerry applications, so starting from BlackBerry Work and other, or even BlackBerry Dynamics applications such as BlackBerry Access, which is a secure browser, are available as part of BlackBerry application. And then we have ISV application, which is like a Salesforce SFDC or a recording, or even you have a certain application for iOS where the user may intend to take photograph inside the work environment only. And then we can have your own custom application where you may have your own homegrown application, which you can extend to BlackBerry Dynamics environment using the BlackBerry SDK, as I talked about. So essentially what BlackBerry Dynamics provides you is a capability to work across the platform, starting from mobile to your desktop environment. And we have a rich range of SDKs and API to work across the platform. So even on Windows or Mac, or in an iOS and Android environment, we provide a complete range of APIs and ability to secure your data and your services while being used by the end user. Next slide, please. So what we talked about in the previous slide, this is just to recap. So starting from Microsoft application, whether those are applications that has been part of your E3, E5 licenses, or some of them are pre-packaged application available on BlackBerry Market Store, or they are BlackBerry own applications such as BlackBerry Work or BlackBerry Access, and or your custom applications. All the applications across the environment can be managed and controlled via the BlackBerry UEM environment. Next slide, please. So we have a large scale of market space for the application that has been deployed. So I won't go in each of them, but they are roughly 130 plus. A BlackBerry Enterprise Marketplace product that is available and which can integrate with BlackBerry, and roughly about 2,700 custom applications that can use and can be managed through BlackBerry environment in the system itself. Next slide, please. So as I talked about, you can do native application, native management, native integration with Intune environment, and manage the platform itself. So as I talked about, BlackBerry Dynamics provides you with the bridge capability to allow Microsoft application to be managed across the platform itself. Next slide, please. So some of these screenshots of the BlackBerry work, where you have rich in-box experience and ability to access calendar using the single launcher. The one circular thing that you see on your image, which has the BlackBerry logo onto it, is the BlackBerry launcher that allows a single touch to move across emails, calendars, contacts, and your documentation or your content that you have downloaded within the attachment from your email attachment. Again, all this content remains inside the container, so the user cannot move this data outside the container unless until there is the policy allows the user to move out. Next slide, please. So BlackBerry Access is a VPN-less browser. This is available on both iOS, Android, and also in Windows and Macintosh environment. So it is an HTML5 compatible, based on completely created on a Chrome-based platform. So it allows the user to access their corporate intranet web pages and obviously access their emails within the container environment, allowing you to even access your WebEx or Zoom or any other web-based application within the media environment also. Next slide, please. So as I was talking in my previous slide, BlackBerry Analytics provides you a very high degree of insight and allows you to see how the user is engaging with your various set of application. The best part about BlackBerry Analytics is that it can be also incorporated into your homegrown application. So you can also have visibility into your homegrown application, how they have been used by your various users, how often they're using it, what time of the day you're using it, and so on and so forth. Provides you very detailed information about your application when you're using with BlackBerry Dynamics. Next slide, please. So we come to a single sign-on and two-factor authentication, where a lot of this would have been shown in the cloud, starting from Workday to G Suite, are some of the integration that is available right out of the box. So single sign-on, SAML2 integration, and two-factor authentication with the Radius-enabled hardware, or even without the Radius-enabled hardware, you can provide F2F integration to any of your application using the BlackBerry Dynamics environment. And plus, it has a pre-authentication capability also. So in scenario where you don't have a data or a Wi-Fi coverage, you can pre-authenticate yourself. So which means the system understands and will allow you to do pre-auth check-in with the two-factor authentication. Next slide, please. So we come to digital rights management, where this is BlackBerry Workspaces. It's a very powerful DRM and enterprise file share and sync capability. It allows you to share your content both internally and externally with your users, at the same time allowing external repositories such as SharePoint or OneDrive or Box to be connected to your platform, or even for that matter, your N drive or F drive can be connected to the BlackBerry Workspaces, allowing your users to access everything in one single environment, and they can share their content to both external parties. Interestingly, they do not share the file. The link only goes to the end user. The user has to authenticate himself basis his corporate email ID. And once the authentication is successful and basis the rights that have been assigned by the content owner, he or she can then go about using the file in the way they have been assigned to do and use the file in that environment. This platform can also be integrated with your existing DLP appliances using the ICAP protocol. So all the IT policies and controls that you've set in your DLP appliances can also be connected to your BlackBerry Workspace. Next slide, please. So as I talked about, we can connect your homegrown application to various other secure SDKs that are available on a BlackBerry environment. So starting from using as an authentication or control or a DLP or a screenshot, all that can be controlled using the SDK capability. So as you can see, our partners have used BlackBerry SDK to bring valuable capabilities into their application, and those same can be deployed in your mobile environment also. Next slide, please. So as you can see here, it says a BlackBerry Access. Can you click one more time, please? Yeah, so in under 3 minutes, you can connect to your work application and activate your home PC or your home tablet or a home device, and does not require any sort of VPN connection. It does not impact on any user privacy. It works across Windows and Macintosh environment. And you can also extend the same to your Android and iOS devices also. So it's pretty much easy to use. And again, once the user has finished the work, or it can be completely removed from the device, or the data can be completely wiped, leaving no impact on the personal side of the data. Next slide. So this shows a small video on how the BlackBerry Access looks for you, using your secure email, your calendar, your web pages within a secured environment, and accessing the same thing within the container itself. So no point of data can be moved out of the container. Everything remains inside the container at all point of time. Next slide. So we come to the ending slides by BlackBerry. So BlackBerry is known for security. More than over 80 certifications have been given, more than any competition, in terms of what kind of security capability has been provided. We have a rich and wide range of application ecosystem, providing a rich range of usage to our end users who want to integrate their own application and the application of our ISVs. Provides a very good end user experience, because it provides an in-depth, in a very controlled and closed application deployment and usage. It's a single console, as we talked about. It's the best secure personal information management, whether you talk about emails only, or whether you talk about any third-party application, and very strong 24/7, 365 support environment is available, both at a different level of the deployment. Next slide, please. So as Vivek was talking about in his initial slide, we are a market leader. Out of the 10 largest commercial banks are using BlackBerry. Similarly goes for healthcare, 8 out of 10. Media companies, insurance companies, aerospace are all users of BlackBerry Union in their deployment. So some of them they're using BlackBerry Unified Endpoint Security, or BlackBerry Dynamics, or BlackBerry Workspaces, or the combination of all these three aspects in their own deployment. Next slide, please. So this brings end to the presentation. Are there any questions you can put down in the chat, and I will be more than happy to answer those questions. I can see already there is a question here from a user says how Spark is very helpful for mobile content management. I think the Spark is a very good product for mobile content management, because you can extend your secure content management to your mobile environment also, which means the user can use both the MDM capability along with the digital rights management capability to share and collaborate with both internal and external parties in a very secured and managed environment, at ensuring that at all point of time there is a complete data leakage prevention in place, and the user or the content owner has a complete control over how the data or the content is being used by a third party. That's pretty much of me. I bring it back to Inspirasys team.
Thank you, Sumit, for taking time to elaborate on the capabilities of the BlackBerry Unified Suite. Thank you, Srikanth, for giving us insight about the expertise, the industry capabilities, what Inspirasys can deliver to clients. Vivek, thank you very much for pitching in the high-level view about BlackBerry capabilities globally. We are exactly at 12:07 and just short over by 7 minutes. But still, we would like to keep a couple of minutes open session for Q&A. We will also have this recording on demand for people to view later, or if there was any confusion in terms of whether the session is going to start at 12, we are going to keep this session open and then address people who are going to join at 12 also with this recording. So with that, we will wait for 2 minutes and then close the session. Thank you.
So all participants, thank you so much for taking out time and attending this, and we would be keen to know if you have any questions which you want to ask now, or we'll be more than happy to address those queries, one-on-one with you. If you do not want to raise any questions right now, but I mean, like John said, a couple of minutes, we would like to see if you have any questions for us to address. Yeah.
Thank you very much, all the participants, for taking time to join this webinar. We appreciate your valuable time.
There is a query on the chat, if you can answer. Basically, whom should we contact if we want to get the demo of Spark? So, Vivek, you want to answer that?
No, as far as the demo is concerned, either they can post it back to marketing@inspirasys.com, and then we will set up that a demo for based on the availability, time, date. Shailendra wants a demo to be conducted. Inspirasys will do the engagement and then fix it for Shailendra and team, or Stephen. Yeah, there is one more question. What we have got from Stephen: how Spark will use in Boyd users for AWS cloud access?
BYOD users.
Yeah. Vivek?
Vivek or Sumit?
So,
Yeah.
so Spark can help for bring your own devices. So typically, just need to understand what is for bring your own device. Are people accessing your cloud AWS from your laptops and desktop, and you want to use Spark? That's a possibility. As there are solutions wherein we have, as I said, we have a VDI solution wherein you can connect to your bring your own device or bring your own laptop typically, and you can connect through your AWS cloud with our VDI secure infrastructure. In that, we can also build in a two-factor and a EID authentication once an employee is accessing your AWS cloud or Azure cloud or any other cloud from your own devices. That's possible. It's a part of our solution suite only. First question. Any other questions, guys?
Thank you very much. If we don't have any questions, we request the participants to send your queries to marketing@inspirasys.com. We will be able to address it along with the BlackBerry team. Thank you very much for your time. Stay safe. Bye.
Thank you.